Monday morning. The forecast, although it's rained recently in the last sort of few hours, the forecast relatively good weather this week, so probably going to drop some grass. So Morgan's going to go and put the back Malone mower on, and then we'll put this one on the front and give everything a good grease and a good check over and check it's all working. Come to look at this grass field just to see whether we mow it this week, but it's still got quite a bit of green lush bits in the bottom, but you know, the top's gone to seed and obviously a nice reddy browny colour. But this will get baled in the little bales for Bennett's for Haley's, so I'm just going to send them some pictures now to see what they think, because we don't want it too lush. The green in the bottom can be really lush and can make the horses go a bit loopy. And then the other thing is have we really got five dry days, or is the weatherman, the weather app, taking the mick? Having a look at the winter barley. This is the small field. This was literally direct drilled and it's the best field we've got. It's getting pretty ripe now, necking over, turning yellow. Will it combine in 2 weeks, or will it be 3? It's got the rear one on now. Just going to put the front one on, and then we'll go forward a bit. A little bit more. Right. Then we'll grease them all and check the blades. The mate's looking for a long telegraph pole, and we think we may have one here, but we don't know how long it is. So John's just going to lift it out with a digger to see. Hopefully it's 30 foot. Or someone cut a bit off the end of it. He's putting a wind turbine on it. It's amazing how the weeds have grown up and you can't even see in there now. That's been an end one, hasn't it, where they put a Belleria telegraph pole to stop it twisting. Right, I'll measure that now. The big Morgan mowing machine. I'm just going to set all the top links up on this. Quickly do this headland and then change the blades. We don't want to change the blades while we're doing a headland, because that's where you get all the lumps and bumps and stones. What's he doing now? Start. Hold on! Stop, put that end flap down. Right, take 2. Some sand in this corner we've moved, that's why there's no grass. So that's got a conditioner, so that's why it's leaving it fluffy. This one hasn't. Just catching it as well. Really do it being a little bit wider. Probably put the back one down a tiny bit as well. We didn't turn the isolator off on this and the battery went flat, so we've had it on charge. Let's see. Getting the quad track out now, going to empty all the bits and bobs out of it. Stuff that can be took off it, like linch pins and front pins and stuff, ready to take it to Cheshire Show. I think Rob and John are going to take it there in a minute. That bean there seems to be growing well. Just emptying all the toolboxes and getting the smoke grenade reset on it. I'm in a field of wheat, we're just with Mias, we're looking for wild flowers in the borders. But see how it looks stunningly green? We can see here where the boom section's gone on late. It's going a bit yellow. It's getting a bit of disease in it. You see. Just shows you how important fungicide is. You can see to the line there that the spray is not turned on, and there's a nice big wild oak there as well. A few in it. Good start of that. We're just moving out of the way. David wants to pick the drainer up. Battery's flat, but it was on the key. Oh. What happened then? Might have a bit of air in it, I don't know how much fuel's in it.
Onto these we go. Load himself up.
I reckon it's run out of fuel.
Probably.
Should have been quicker, I've got him forwards. Yeah, I think it needs bleeding, so they're going to take it to the workshop and bleed it there. At least it's out of the way for him picking up the drainer. David's got the drainer, and we put the front box on, because last time we didn't put a front box on. We were borrowing ours for a bit of weight. This torque arm on the motor snapped the bolts of this one. Something told us it had been jammed it up, so it damaged the thread in the motor, the gearbox. So Rob's put a new gearbox on and a new arm at the back there. So just gonna slide it back in, but you can see it's quite worn, the auger in there, in the conditions it works in. I've been in a meeting, but I know Morgan was trying to get this going, but the battery was flat, so you can see he's took the air filters out. So I'm not sure where he's got to with it. Needs a tyre putting back on as well, but if anyone's interested in that, let me know. It needs an exhaust on it, and obviously a bit of fettling. But yeah, if anyone knows that, anyone that's looking for one, spares or repairs, let me know. It is now grass cutting season. Does look good, doesn't it, matching with the Fendt mower and the Fendt tractor. But Malone have said, talking to them before, they did say that they've got a demonstration front conditioner that we could try, so it'd basically be that and that, but to go and pick it up from Tom Pemberton's, but Tom so wrong Tom, and he was using it, so but yeah, that would have been handy, because we could have, I think it's a little bit wider on the front, so it'd caught better, because that did leave a little bit of a gap if you went around a slight bend, because as this cut down the edge here, you see it doesn't really come out a lot wider than the back tyres. Well, and then that mower on the back was just catching it. But yeah, a bit wider front mower probably would have made a bit more difference. We'll go and have a quick look at the grass that was cut this morning, see what it's looking like now after a day of sun on it. But quickly, Sebastian Wicks is 10, Gary Seals on there, Charlie Dawson's 34, Joseph McCoy's on there, Lewis and Gareth, not sure how to pronounce it, but it's your second wedding anniversary. Oliver Brown's 31, and David Jones, Smokey. It was his birthday yesterday, but I think Vanessa's put him on today, and it was Vanessa's birthday the day before, so happy birthday to them too. I'm going to go and, like I say, look at that grass, see what it's looking like, because the field was so wet underneath that it's going to take so much drying, whereas at least now the soil can dry a little bit and the grass in rows will start to die because it's not actively growing. This is the field now, all cut, so if you look at this row here, this has come out the front mower, so it's just in sort of two lines, all laid down. And this one's the back that's come over the conditioner, so it's a bit like more fluffy, gets a bit more wind to it. And if you look at the floor, that's now dry and the soil's starting to dry, see it crispy. But look under the row, see my hand now wet, absolutely saturated. So we kind of need to like row it up onto the dry bits, let the ground dry, and then ted it out, or hope that we can ted it thin enough that it'll go underneath. Whereas at least now, sort of 50% of the field is dry. Normally when you'd make hay, you'd have, I mean, we saw Tom getting stuck getting his grass up in the week. Normally when you'd make hay, you'd have like 3 or 4 dry days, then it forecasts like 4 or 5 really hot days, and that's when you go. Whereas we're just not getting that at the moment, so we've just took a risk on it really. But yeah, this row here, dry either side of it, but bit damp underneath it. So hopefully, because imagine when the sun's beating down on it, you've got all that moisture then rising back up into the hay. So it is going to be a struggle, and I was tempted whether to knock it into tighter rows, let everything dry, and then roll it over again, and then we know that the whole field's dry, then shake it out. Or tomorrow we just try and shake it out and hope that any moisture that's left will sort of dissipate through the grass, and the grass will now start to dry because it's dead, because it's not attached to anything. You can hear it has got a bit crispy on top already, which is good. But yeah, just need a bit of heat. That cloud doesn't help. Need more of that. Anyway, today's video, I know it's been a Monday and probably didn't help because I had no signal most of last week at cereals, but my phone hasn't stopped ringing all day, and I've had 2 Zoom meetings and then 2 other meetings with people looking at some environmental stuff and looking at the building that someone's looking at. So yeah, I think the whole day's been spent on the phone. So again, as far as I'm concerned, not an interesting video for you to watch, but nonetheless, thanks for watching if you've made it this far, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Oh yeah, don't forget as well, the arable event at is it something like Western Lizard or Western Under Lizard or something? It's go on Instagram, type in the arable event. It's like a cereals for the north. It's probably the best way to describe it. So I'll be there on Wednesday.